The position of my party is that this remains an absolutely rotten and utterly misconceived and indeed a cruel bill that's not going to stop boats, but it's going to cause immense human suffering to people who have fled persecution and harm, and it is, for the reasons we've just heard, a trafficker's charter, and it's a bill that has been rushed through Parliament in a most appalling way without consultation and without proper scrutiny.
I fully support Stuart MacDonald's remarks on the illegal migration bill and voted against the government 18 times to support Lord's amendments. However, the government won, and parliamentary ping-pong will persist until the summer recess next week. This bill should be scrapped. Scotland has very different priorities from the UK, and we need independence to determine these issues for ourselves. This week, I raised concerns that youngsters who try e-cigarettes are at a much greater risk of both nicotine addiction and later going on to use tobacco itself, and backed growing calls for a ban. What consideration has this government given to banning disposable vapes completely as a way of protecting our young people? I see several opportunities to highlight cost of living health inequalities, challenging ministers to provide support for medical equipment energy costs. Millions of people with disabilities or serious medical conditions rely on specialist equipment, such as ventilators or home dialysis, which personally costs them more money to run. The cost of living crisis disproportionately affects disabled constituents, reliant on specialist diets and equipment, but now faced with increased food and energy costs. Currently, energy is reserved to the UK, whilst health is devolved to Scotland. Time and again, we see a lack of joined-up cross-departmental working from the UK government, and I'm convinced that if we want to see joined up real-time decision making in Scotland, that we need to get independence. During the week, I raised curbside charging of electric vehicles, called for a tougher response to Hong Kong bounties, and for a change to DWP practice. There's been remarkably little progress in rolling out street-side chargers for electric vehicles for buildings where there are multiple residents. So what action is the government taking to promote this? When will ministers finally sanction those responsible, like Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee? If we could get a statement from ministers to explain a recent change in DWP practice, whereby they no longer will now accept by email consent authorisations. As always, if you would like an advice surgery appointment or a visit to your local group or business, call me on 01506 654415 or email martyn.day.mp@parliament.uk. Until next week, stay safe.